All of the notions, foods the average person consumes today are the main culprits in creating menopause. Reproductive biology endocrinology did blood testing for 545 men. The higher sugar, the lower testosterone. So you women, by the way, don't think you're going to make your husband happy by giving him some sugar. He's not going to make you happy, you keep giving him sugar. Matter of fact, you say, honey, we're going to go on a sugar-free lifestyle. How long? Forever. Another book that you may want to read is The 7 Ways to Lifelong Sexual Vitality that we wrote, because you should be making love to 120. You should be having fun. You should be loving each other. You should be totally romantic throughout your life. It's not like, I'm getting old, I don't want to kiss you. Shit, you should kiss more when you're getting old. How about what we do to our homes and our offices? Well, I don't like bugs. You like life? You're worried about... Florida, we have these palmetto bugs. Ever see a palmetto bug? Really ancient bug. Oh, they're big. I first moved to Florida like 1970. I was laying down really tired, coming back from the university. I was working all night and going to the university in the day. I was seeing this palmetto bug for the first time, and he flew and hit me right here. I almost died. But I'd rather see the palmetto bug than to get deadly chemicals pumped into my home. As Anna Maria pointed out today, all environmental protection agencies globally tell us one thing. Inside of the average home in the middle of a dirty city, it's 7 times more polluted than the dirty city. Think about that. Some of you have been lulled into believing the propaganda that New York City, oh, we're a clean city. I'm from here. Clean city. I'll check your blood. I used to have an office in New York City. My partner had been only an alternative doctor 52 years. I never found one clean body in New York City. LA is a little worse, by the way. At least you're beating them. How about what we're doing with this? Synthetic chemicals. You're spraying them on yourself in the environment all over the place. And I won't ask you how many of you, but you're spraying it on your face, your hair. Remember the hairspray? Remember Vaseline? I don't know what that stuff had in it. But I can tell you, it couldn't have been good for you, that's for sure. Many of the classic symptoms of andropause are heightened when you take these deadly chemicals. And by the way, women masculate when you take these deadly chemicals. So all at once, if your partner is yelling more at you, get her off the chemicals and the sugar, off the meat. How about these studies? You say, well, when I go in the sun, I want to put on sunscreen. 2 landmark studies on this one. In the sunscreen, this deadly chemical, first, University of California. It was actually changing the gender on fish along the entire Southern California coast. Changing the gender. It doesn't changes on fish, but not you. Of course it's going to change it on you. You're not even as smart as a fish. And then in Switzerland, the same study in 2012, same thing. Sunscreen chemical. I was in California 20 years ago speaking, and here's the couple, the leading authorities in the world on sunscreens. And they said, you know a lot? Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't know anything. When they gave me their book, I knew 1% of what they wrote. I was like stunned. I thought I really knew about it. 99% I learned from that. This is deadly stuff. If you listen closely this morning, Anna Maria said, the Florida Keys have now outlawed sunscreen. And the right-wing nutcases that run Florida now are saying you can't do that. But you can do that because it's killing the reefs. And the reefs die, you die. How about pesticides? How many of you think you don't get pesticides just because you eat organic food? I eat 100% organic food. I breathe pesticides. I take showers. Did you see the study that came out yesterday as I flew in here to MacArthur Airport? A study came out that you have all of the water tested in this area has a deadly brain and body and cell altering chemical in 30% of the water, and all of the water had at least 30% of this in it. Just yesterday it came out. You have benzene in your water. We have one of the leading authorities in this country on water purification. He's from here. He's from Long Island. His family's here. He cried in my office, a growing man my age, and said, I don't know how we're going to get that out of the water. Most deadly cancer-causing chemical ever discovered by man. It's in every drop of your water on Long Island. And where did it come from? This used to be the dump sites for factories from New York. There was nobody living here. My family used to have a house in the Hamptons. They shouldn't have sold it. It was a cottage. They'd come and hang out in the Hamptons in the sun. It was potato farms. What do you think the potato farms did? We Irish. How many of you are Irish here? Damn potatoes. If you fail to eat organic fruit and vegetable, you are exposing yourself to unhealthy levels of pesticides, residues. But even those of us that are 100%, we live on a polluted planet, a septic planet, a cesspool planet. Toxicology, University of London tested. And what do they find? Once again, the higher the pesticides, the lower the hormones for both boy and girl. The higher the pesticides, the lower the hormones. Why? Because it all looks like estrogen to your body. How about fast food? Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a presentation where I show a study that just came out. 45,000 people who ate fast food. The mortality rate dropped by 15 years. So people who only ate fast food on and off. We're not talking about most Americans, most Europeans eating fast food every day, every meal, etc. You want to live 15 years less, eat highly processed fast foods. And forget only the fast food not being food and being genetically modified, but how about the plastic they wrap it in? I won't ask you, but how many of you ever ate at those damn gasoline stations? When I was a kid, somebody would say, you're nuts. I'm pumping gasoline. Why would I eat food? Now many of you say, oh, it's convenient. Why don't you dip a little oil and gasoline into the sandwich you're having? It's like nuts. Everything is about convenience, and it's inconvenient to be convenient because you end up suffering. And you end up polluting the planet Earth. You end up killing yourself. And then you're shocked. I've lived a good life. I don't know why I'm sick. I'm telling you why you're sick. So the entire world is in trouble. Whether you eat fast food or choose Burger King, McDonald's, or Taco Bell, or it's highly processed, prepackaged food. Statistics compiled actually show from 2018 that men were more likely to eat fast food than women. Why? Because women have an instinct still. You're corrupted, but not quite as corrupted as us. Women also make, listen to this one, the latest study came out 2 months ago. Women make 98% of the food and health choices in a family. Listen to that. 98%. Thank God more men are coming to Hippocrates. They're getting a little bit more open, but the reality is it's still 7 out of 10 that come to us are women. You have the instinct for that one. So this is why we're in trouble. Again, why I like the fact we're finally pinning men for that machivo idea. Meat means muscle, and saying, no, meat means sissy, is because men are still in control of the economy. We make 98% of the choices as women, but we still control the economy of food, sadly. Let's put it over in women. All at once, you'll be eating sprouts all day long. You may not like it the first month, but I'll tell you, by the third month, you're going to love it.